And it's a marathon that you've been training for your entire life. But now is not the time to let up. You don't train for a marathon in order to give the least amount of effort on the day of the actual race. You train, which you have been doing, in order to run your best, your hardest on race day. So today, what I want to do is just share a few lessons, some observations. Some of them have been experiences that have served as a guiding light for me. They've helped me transition from law student to associate to managing partner to opening up my own practice to business owner. And my hope is that they may serve to guide you as well. Thank you. One thing I love about a ceremony like this is that I can look around and see all of you and your beautiful families, and I feel a deep sense of connection. And because of our shared culture and our shared background, I believe I can speak to you a little bit more personally and perhaps a little more meaningful. As someone who started law school as an immigrant, undocumented, with no connections in the legal world, with nothing but a dream, strong work ethic, family, and faith, these are the lessons that carry me. And today I want to pass them on to you. And may they lead you to even greater success, such that mine pale in comparison to yours. 1, work like the employee or the team member that you would like to have in the future. Many of my friends and peers with whom I went to law school have now risen through the ranks and are now within their own firms making the hiring decisions. And all that means is that I'm getting older. Interestingly enough, one consistent issue that they are dealing with is that recent hires are not putting in the same amount of work and effort, nor are they showing close to the same amount of dedication for the profession as in years past. I've heard many of these hiring decision makers make a similar observation. They've said, it's as if they want the life of an equity partner without having put the work in. And this has led to high turnover in the legal industry. Now, you may have heard something like this before, and it might sound like the complaints of an older, bygone generation who's out of touch with the times. But I would submit to you that in this climate, you have an opportunity to stand out head and shoulders above the rest. And I would start with this question. When I become partner, when I become a business owner, a firm owner, what qualities do I want my associates to have, my employees to have? I bet that you want somebody who came in early and stayed late, who doesn't just go the extra mile, they go for 2. Someone who comes prepared, better prepared than anyone else. Someone who has an appetite for learning, that they take note of what and why things are done, and they begin to anticipate what's needed before you even ask them. Someone who cares about your success and your firm's success. Now, whatever your ideal employee looks like, be that employee today. Be the team member that you would like to have on your team in the future. In one word, be selfless. And when you begin to practice this lesson, you begin your journey to understanding what it is to be an attorney. You're entering into a noble profession. And sure, it could be glamorous and full of prestige. And let's be honest, just by being an attorney, you've given your parents so much ammo at any family gatherings, right? Anytime they go out. I mean, they're gonna never stop telling people how they have son or daughter who's an attorney to anyone who'll give them time. Despite all that, what's at the core of being an attorney is selflessness. To be an attorney is to represent others, to protect people, to protect ideals, to advocate for the lives, the rights, and interests of others. They matter most. It's about them, not us. 2, adopt an attitude of ownership. In other words, act as if you have an ownership stake in the success of your firm or workplace. Now, why in the world would I do that? Because business owners don't wait to be told to stay late or go the extra mile. They just do it. And when you adopt that mindset, you invest more, you care more, and naturally you do more. And in that process, you sharpen your legal, advocacy, and leadership skills, and you'll become indispensable. And that won't go unnoticed, and that won't go unrewarded. 3, Zig Ziglar, the great American author and motivational speaker, once said, your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude. As beautiful as life is, it's never quite perfect. There is always just enough variability, always just enough chaos to keep us on our toes. And often it's all too easy to focus on the difficulties, and our perspectives can suffer. And so when I was in high school, taking a cue from Mr. Ziegler, whenever somebody asked me how I was doing, I responded in one of two ways. I'd say, outstanding, but improving. Or, great, but I'll get better. In addition to completely throwing people off and enjoying their reactions, saying this over and over again helped me to take control of the way that I reacted to whatever might be going on in my life. Good, bad, happy, sad, easy, or difficult times. All of a sudden, I could find the good in any situation and remain hopeful for a better tomorrow. And that same attitude works wonders in the legal practice. Not only with respect to the case that you might be working on, and we all know that the life of a case has its up and downs, even if it's a good case, but also with your firm, with your supervisors, with your coworkers, and goodness, the politics of a law office, goodness gracious. But when you bring a fresh, vibrant, hopeful attitude, you'll see how this opens doors for you, because people will want you around. You'll be elevated, you'll be sought after because you'll be a breath of fresh air. And it's that type of attitude that they want infused throughout their entire firm. And by the way, a mistake is not the end of the world, and you're gonna make many of them, believe you me. I thought I wouldn't, and I made many in the beginning, and it did not feel good. But learn from it. Apologize when it's necessary and move forward. Speaking of which, an apology is not a weakness. It's a sign of self-awareness and a demonstration of a commitment to improvement. So don't be afraid of that. 4, comparison is a thief of joy. Now this one's tough, especially in our sort of social media age. So how do I keep comparison from stealing my joy? Well, celebrate the achievements of others and don't be threatened when they do well. There's more than enough success in this life for all of us. Your time will come many times over. Take the success of others for what it is, an example of what's possible, and let their success inspire you. And yes, some people will get ahead because of their connections. And you'll see that throughout your career, and maybe you already have seen that. And that can feel frustrating, especially when you don't have those connections. And don't be discouraged. Stay the course. Your journey will build resilience, insight, and strength that no shortcut can replicate. Your journey will make you better, stronger, and more equipped for the heights that you're going to reach. And by the way, be kind to those kids with connections. And I don't say that like to curry favor with them, or that's not what I mean. Each one of you is destined for greatness. And so, one day, those kids with connections will be your children and your grandchildren. So treat those people with the kindness you will want others to treat your future generations. Yeah. And that's an exciting prospect. Number 5, remember who you are and where you come from. I came to the US at the age of 2. My parents were 22 and 20. And they arrived with nothing but a dream. One that they couldn't pursue for themselves, but that they held fiercely for me. My dad searched for construction work on street corners and Home Depot parking lots. My mom cleaned houses and cared for other people's children. They never had the chance to chase higher education, but they had love and a work ethic rooted in selfless sacrifice. And I imagine my story mirrors yours. Maybe it was your parents or grandparents who woke before sunrise, worked long days in the fields, swap mates, restaurants, for homes, often with no food, little water, no rights, and came home exhausted, only to do it all over again, day after day, night after night, year after year. Their sacrifice wasn't just for survival, it was to make you the turning point of your family's history. For them, from them, you've inherited 2 things. 1, a relentless work ethic. one that when combined with your intellect and passion, the legal industry has not seen before. And two, a deeper purpose. Your pursuit is bigger than just your own success. It includes the joy and advancement of others. And it's powerful when you realize and you take a moment to think about it. Our parents, without knowing what they were doing, showed us the heart of what it means to be an attorney, serving others with selflessness and purpose. So remember who you are and where you come from. We are children of immigrants. We come from a line of one of the hardest working people alive. That immigrant spirit is your badge of honor. It will open doors that were once closed to your family and will set you apart. Be proud of that. Number 6, make time for your loved ones. It seems impossible to believe, but when you begin practice, you're going to be even busier than you were in law school. Still, nurture your relationship with your family. Make time for them, even if that means putting it on your calendar every month. I got it on my calendar, and I spend a lot of time with my family, but I got those times on my calendar as well. Make time for them. I think I speak for all of us when I say that our parents, our family members, our loved ones are our why. And that's what matters most in life. If we gain the whole world, all the material things, if we get all the career advancements and accomplishments that we want, but if we lose them in the process or fail to enjoy it all with them, it will have all been for nothing. And it's interesting to see, as the years pass, that the only thing your loved ones want from you, ultimately, is your time. And that's the most precious commodity. Share your time with them. It will bring them and you lasting memories and happiness long after those opportunities are gone. Number 7. This is next to last. I'm almost done. Wherever you are, be happy but never satisfied. My dad told me this sometime when I was in college, and goodness gracious, it knocked me off my feet, and it has carried me this entire time, and it's my motto in life, if you will. Wherever you are, be happy but never satisfied. At first, that might sound contradictory. If we're always chasing more, don't we risk missing out on what's right in front of us? But that's the wisdom in those words. Wherever you are, be happy, be present, appreciate your life, your work, your journey. Be grateful for how far you've come and what you have in front of you. And still, don't stop dreaming. Never stop setting bold goals. In fact, set goals so ambitious they make you nervous to say them out loud. That's when you know that they're worth pursuing. And as you chase those goals, include others in your vision. It's not just about money or status. Give your time, share your wisdom, open doors for others that were once closed to you. The point isn't just to rise, it's to lift others as you climb. And speaking of goals, let me be bold enough to say this. Money alone is not a goal worthy of your effort. Money is just a tool, a piece of equipment, like nails in construction. You use them to build something, but no one dreams of collecting nails. You dream of building the house. So don't chase nails, chase your blueprint. Build a home, a life big enough for your family, your friends, your community. That's the goal, and it's worth the effort of LLS alumni. And lastly, 8, dale honra al que merece honra. Give honor to whom honor is due. Acknowledging that someone deserves praise, deserves your recognition, deserves your honor is not a show of weakness on your part. It's a show of strength, a show of self-confidence, of maturity. And as I look out, I see people who deserve recognition. I see people who deserve honor. I see people who are worthy of public acknowledgement. And so, class of 2025, on this day of joy and celebration, where all the attention has appropriately been given to you, we'll take a moment to publicly acknowledge and honor those people who deserve your recognition, that deserve their moment in the spotlight. And so at this time, I'm going to ask all the parents in attendance, grandparents, all the family members, all the loved ones that have joined their student today, would you please stand up? Every single one of you. In class of 2025, look at your loved ones, and as loud as you can, why don't you give them a big, well-deserved round of applause and thank them. Their sacrifice, their love, their faith, they are the reason we're here today. And to the graduating class of 2025, thank you for letting me be a part of your journey today. Congratulations, you've made your families proud, you've honored your roots, you've proven what's possible. Now, go build something greater. God bless you all.